Elsewhere, the African Export-Import Bank says its funding activities have supported a key infrastructure that are essential to faster and easier customs procedures and movement of goods and persons across the continent. While speaking at the African Customs Summit for a Partnership Action for Cooperation and Trade, which started in Abuja on Monday, the Executive Vice President of Intra-Africa Trade Bank, Kanayo Awane, outlines several projects that enables better trade among Africa.
We also cannot thank you, Dr. Denny, enough, you and your team, for the work you did in accelerating clearance and ease of passage of medical equipment at the African Medical Center of Excellence. I bring greetings from Dr. Elombe, our president. Allow me also to set the context in which Afreximbank decided to co-organize this forum. We recognize and commend the progress made in the negotiation and ratification of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. 54 signatories, 49 ratifications. The speed with which this agreement was ratified and entered into force is clear demonstration of our collective political will and also decisive action that Africa has taken to rid itself of the vestiges of colonialism and the divisions which have for far too long undermined our continental integration and socioeconomic progress. And while the progress on the conclusion of the legal framework should be lauded, we now need to focus on implementation. The implementation of the agreement cannot happen without the active participation, the active engagement and support of the customs officials. We realize that while we at Afreximbank can build industrial parks, we can give loans to establish processing plants, we can give loans to build infrastructure. If we do not address the soft infrastructure issues relating customs and trade facilitation, goods will not move freely under the AfCFTA. According to AUDA NEPAD, 75% of the delays in the movement of goods are due to trade facilitation issues, including border procedures, while only 25% is attributed to infrastructure gaps. So this is just not an inconvenience. It is a structural drag on industrialization. It is a drag on intra-African trade growth. It is a drag on integration. It's also a drag on our competitiveness as Africa. Furthermore, the arteries of commerce, which are the roads, the borders, the customs systems, will remain clogged with inefficiencies that will undermine us further. I'm sure we're all aware of the fact that it's easier and it is cheaper to bring a container from China, from Guangzhou, from Shenzhen to Lagos than from Abidjan or Accra. At some point along the Lagos and Abidjan route, there were over 50 checkpoints, over 400 trade barriers, and despite there being only 2 official checkpoints, trade has faced nearly 100 stops, many of them unofficial. And this is not an isolated case. This is not a case of only West Africa. It's a case of East Africa. In East Africa, along the northern corridor covering about 1,700 kilometers, the average transit time is about 11 days, over 300,000 cost per container. Compare it to 3 to 4 days in Asia for similar distances. Along Abidjan and Ouagadougou route, trucks often wait 3 to 5 days at borders due to redundant paperwork, multiple agencies, and there's also the lack of harmonized systems and the lack of interoperability of the systems, as well as national customs systems that do not speak to each other. Not to talk of the work hours of African customs across the various borders that are not synced.